on which Mr. Arafat was speaking, they all fall within the occupied territories, the territories that have been occupied in 1967. So they fall within the framework of Resolution 242. Therefore, he has that right. They were not under the sovereignty nor the presence of Israel or the administration of Israel.
Mr. Amro Musa,
we are talking about Resolution 242 that deals with the territories that have been occupied in 1967, including the holy places, including the old city, including East Jerusalem. That's why he says, whether I stay there, he has that right, because those are the territories that have been occupied militarily by you in 1967. You were not there before 1967. You were not there before 1967.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that this was...
What changes the fact then?
Just a minute. It doesn't change the fact that this is the capital of the Jewish people throughout history.
No, what do you mean by throughout history? Before 1948, where were you? 1947. Was it the capital of Israel? When was it the capital of Israel?
The capital of the Jewish people. It was never the capital of any other people or state.
Look, Shlomo, we are not quarreling. We want to help each other. But also, yes, we want to help each other. But don't talk about capital of the people. What do you mean capital of the people of Israel?
And of the state.
What state?
The state.
When did you establish this state?
No, just a minute. The state of Israel.
Yes, when was it established? In the 40s.
AD. Just a minute. It was never the capital of any other state in history. This is a fact.
No, it's not a fact.
No, yes, it is a fact.
Not a fact.
Are you going
if you want us to accept your facts, that's fine.
No, it is in the books of history.
No. You announced that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel after the establishment of Israel.
No,
when? 50 years ago.
But
that's all.
You are missing the point.
But then you are talking about issues that Yasser Arafat raised that fall within the Resolution 242 countries, territories that have been occupied in 1967.
I'm trying to be very precise. I say that never in history Jerusalem was the capital of any state but of the Jewish state. This was until the year 70 AD. A. B. The war of 1967 was a typical war of self-defense. No, sir.
To raise issues and back
yes. I should raise. Of course.
You should
because we did not.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. What I'm convinced
what did you do in 67?
What we can talk about is how to build peace and establish
peace.
But to tell me that it was capital for 7,000 years, that's not proven in history.
To
tell me that it was a war of self-defense or so, I can tell you that it was a war of aggression.
No, sir.
But why should we enter into this? Why shouldn't we talk about peace in the future? Why should we hammer on the negative side?
Precisely
hammer
because
on the positive side. Hammer on the positive side. Build peace. Don't go back to history and say, you see, this was a war of self-defense against aggression. What kind of aggression?
Of course
you occupied territories for so many years.
Because we were attacked.
Building settlements on territories that do not belong to you.
Okay, let me just make one point.
Again, we should not quarrel. We should build